One. Hey, Slow Jams fam. You're tuned into another episode of Behind the Vibe, the place where we go beyond the music to get into the heart and soul of R&B artists, whether they're already on your playlist or they're about to be. I'm your host, Tati, and once again, I'm here giving you a front row seat to bring you closer to the music and the artist behind it. And today, we're going behind the vibe with an artist that's a personal favorite of mine who's blending very soulful storytelling and incredible vocal agility. So let's get into it. Please welcome the one and only Dre Scott, aka Mabuki.
That's right, man. And that's us, my
And
bookie too.
that's us. Only hey Dre, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
No worries, no worries. We're so honored to have you here. And so, as I stated, we are looking to get to know you a little bit better because we here at Slow Jams, of course, have been enjoying the vibes that you've been putting out. And so, we want to give our audience a chance to really, truly get to know you as an artist. So, I got a couple of questions for you today, if you don't mind.
Ask me out.
Okay, well, of course, I start these interviews always wanting to take the audience inside like your R&B origin story. So not just how you like found music, but like how music has shaped your musical identity. And so I want to break it down into like 3 chapters: how you came to be a singer, how you knew you were an artist, and how you learned to express yourself, like performing and writing. So I'm gonna break the questions down for you. So don't worry, we're gonna have to chop it all up together, right? At one point.
Perfect.
But I do want to start with how you came to be a singer, because like talent like yours like feels like it's in your DNA. And I know you've joked that you came out the womb singing, but is there a specific moment that helped you discover your voice?
A specific moment. That's kind of hard because, like I said, I've always sang. I want to say the first time where I felt like I was good, or like I was more than just somebody that can sing. I would say was in high school. I did a talent show for BSU, and I sang this woman's work. There's a video on it on YouTube when I was like 14.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I was like 14 or 15, one of them two. And that was the first time where I got a reaction out of people that weren't in my circle, per se, like my mom or grandpa, because family they hype you up regardless. But when you get it from somebody that you never know, and it's a genuine response, or like a cry or a tear, or it mushes up a memory, and I saw that I did that with my voice, that was where I was like, okay, this is more than just something I like to do. This could be something I can do.
Absolutely.
As for life. Yeah.
I love that. And now your roots are also in the Bay Area, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what R&B music was Little Dre exposed to growing up? Like, what helped to shape your voice? So, as we like to say in Black households, what was you cleaning up to on Saturday mornings?
Oh, okay, easy. Well, as far as like when I was little, because I always say Patti LaBelle, Smokey Robinson, and Prince is kind of like what really did that. But when I was little, before I really kind of started honing into what I like stylistics, way the hell up there. I loved, honestly, any type of like falsetto singer was there for me. So like I loved Philip Bailey, so I loved Earth, Wind & Fire. I loved DeBarge. I was a big fan of Delphonics. All that, like those groups back in the day. The Manhattans, all that sound I really, really loved. But Stylix was up there. Brenton Wood. What can I say? This was my grandpa's listening music and my dad's drinking music.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? That's what I kind of cling to a lot, because they played it and I always loved it throughout the day. And I was always listening to 98.1 back in the Bay, which is the oldie station. So you didn't really catch me hearing anything past like early 80s.
Yeah.
Kind of stuck in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, and you could really tell that that's helped to like shape your musical identity, because you could hear some of those inflections even in your voice and in your music. talk about that a little bit later on. But that gets me to my next chapter of the question, which is when was the moment that you knew you were an artist, not just a singer? So when did your voice just stop being something fun that you can do and it started feeling like a gift that you had to pursue? So was there like a specific life moment when you realized like, oh, I'm called to do this?
Oh, I would say I did my first show in the Bay in San Jose. And it was my first show for my album. I always knew I was a good singer. I always knew I could sing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I released my project, which I wrote, produced, everything, and people were moved by it, and people were singing my compositions back to me, and
Mm-hmm.
again telling me stories. This song helped me through my divorce. This song helped me with my mother passing. You know, this song got me through my relationship. Whatever. That's where I was like, oh, this is now I'm stepping out of like a dream of being able to sing and like stepping into a purpose of fulfilling what I need to do while I'm on this earth. So that was a big moment for me. Like, cool, I'm more than just a singer. I'm an artist because my creations are bigger than just my voice. I'm also a writer and I'm also a storyteller with what I'm writing through
Yeah.
my voice. So yeah, I think that had to be my number one. The album altogether, but that first show in particular was a big moment for me.
And how long ago was that first show?
8 years ago,
Wow.
9 years ago. Excuse me, 9 years ago.
Wow, that's amazing. All right. And then the final piece to that chapter is finally, how did you learn to express yourself as a performer? Because singing, like you said, amongst your community is one thing, but then
Mhm.
commanding the stage of like millions of viewers, and we'll get into like, again, your exposure and how you kind of got to where you are. But that's
Mhm.
another thing because, boy, you know how to command a stage, okay? Like, really connected and commanding that mic when you are on the stage. Okay. You give me that, like, let me take my shoe off and throw it at you type energy. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So is there like a defining performance or an artist that you watch that influenced you as a performer?
I couldn't say an artist influence. I because I feel like my approach to performing is I don't really know how to compare it to somebody else. Because I'm not like a big like a Beyonce. You know what I mean? I'm not giving dancing and pyrotech. I like folks that sing and
Yeah.
and that's what it is. Like a Jill Scott, like a Erica Badu.
Yeah.
That's kind of my vibe, and I'm more drawn towards that. Or even like or Duran too. Duran's another one too. Granted,
Yes.
he's an experience. Duran's another level. I couldn't compare my approach to him because there's so many layers in what he does, and that's a good friend of mine, and honestly, an idol of mine too.
Yeah. Shout out to
Glad
the
to- yeah, shout out to Duran. Always shout out to Duran. That's my boy. But I would say my approach to it is because I grew up gigging. So a lot of these kids now, especially like the TikTok kids and the TV show, which I was a TV show kid too, and I was an American Idol. But before that, I was gigging bars in clubs,
Mm.
and I still do that now. So I know how to sing to two people. I know how to sing to uh, thousands of people that don't know you or don't really care to know you, and how to switch up the set list because all right, cool, we're in Atlanta, so we're gonna have to switch up what we did in Ohio or in LA because the LA folks are excuse me, are messing with it,
Okay, you
and
go
then
ahead.
all right, cool, cool, cool. But if you're going over here, that's not the type of set. So I think it was a lot of trial and error, and I was blessed enough to start gigging since I was like 12 and really learning audiences and seeing what works, what's a universal work, and then going to London and gigging and seeing what works there doesn't necessarily work here in New York, and vice versa. So I think that's what kind of helped me shape who I am as a performer. Um, just actually getting out and doing it, and I always tell people that are up and coming or that want to do it is to go out and do it. Get on a jam session or an open mic. Go out and be in front of people because you could be an amazing singer, but if you don't know how to to talk to folks or to engage people, then no one's gonna listen.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one's gonna listen. So
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah. I find that to be really refreshing that you say that, because I feel like there's a balance, like you said, between this generation that's so virtual heavy, right? So social media heavy, versus actually, like you said, being in the trenches and having to truly, and freshly engage an audience that may or may not embrace your sound. And I feel like that's what makes you important. That's what makes your artistry so, refreshing and engaging. So like I want you to continue to embrace that, just from a fan. I really want you to continue to embrace that, because like you said, the Jill Scotts and the Erica Badu's and the Duran Bars, like of this generation, you give us something different. You give us the reminiscence and the essence of what true flat-footed singers actually do. And not to negate those, of course, who are on social media, because there's plenty of folks who are very extremely talented. However, there's
Absolutely.
something about y'all who stand 10 toes down and y'all belt, and it's just like
Yeah.
breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that's all you need. I even say, to me, Yeba is another one. Is a big
Ooh, ooh, yes,
who,
say that.
who who got it down for me. Who like really
Mhm.
is winning. My sis comes out in some jeans and a cute little shirt
Mhm.
with her little box and her mic. She ain't doing nothing but singing.
Nothing.
Because we're
Same.
there to hear her sing. We don't
Mhm.
need all the other stuff. The other stuff is stunning if that's part of your brand and that's part of what you want to do.
Right.
But we also need to hear you sing.
Mhm.
That should be number one.
Mhm.
So I love that she's in her bag and she's doing what she's called to do, and that's just sing. Again, dancing and all that other stuff is not in my ministry. That's just not. And I can if I wanted to. I don't feel the need or want to do it. I don't make that type of music anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's that thing. That's that. And I see a lot of talented people on like TikTok and stuff that are great. That I'll go and buy a ticket because I'm like, man, this person can sing. And then when they get
Mhm.
on stage, it's not it. You can
Yeah.
hide. You can hide behind all the auto tunes and and the takes because you're doing like a 30-40 second thing. You mess
Mhm.
up 40 times, but you get that one take, you're cool, and then you get in front of folks, it ain't it. um,
Mm-mm.
which isn't bad or good. It's not a thing. You just got to get out in front of folks more so that you
Yeah.
can train your body and your voice to do it.
Yeah, I know. Bring back that Apollo style singing. We could boo you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe not the booing, but yeah. But no, but
Listen.
honestly, you need that. I got booed a few times. I've been booed. I've
Mm.
been booed. I opened up for Nelly at what is it called?
Nelly the rapper?
Yeah, the
Ooh.
Summerfest in
Okay.
Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, they were not messing with me. Got a whole pizza box thrown at me, and that was
Oh
not messing with me. That's when I was signed under this other label that we ain't gonna talk about. But we were doing original stuff, and I told them like off the bat, I said, I don't think we should open up with this.
no. Mm.
Like we just wrote it last month. Nobody knows it. None of these people know me.
Yeah.
So like did one song, wasn't it? And I had to switch it right there. I was like, hey, cool, let's do some covers. Let's do some
Yeah.
stuff that they know. And then they was messing with me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They really like me. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it takes you knowing how to read an audience and getting booed and going through that to really like
Yeah,
learn.
yeah. Wow, that had to be really, really humbling, and it's an experience. But again, I know that artists always have a journey, and I always like to say that no time, no experience is ever wasted, because as it seems like you've embraced those experiences to be able to, build the acumen of who you are as an artist and a performer, which is always great to see. So my last little bit in this chapter that I want to ask you though too, because you're not just a performer, you're not just a vocalist, but you're also a songwriter. So when did you realize that your stories needed to be told in your own words? Was there a turning point that made you pick up the pen and say, "Nah, I want to write this"?
Um, my sister Nettie, she she was a big part of that.
Mm,
Where because I was gigging, I got to the point like after college, I wanted just to start like gigging full time because I was gigging like normally, but I just wanted to do that full time and do music full time, and I was gigging and I was doing well. And she was like, "Cool." She said like sat me down, and we're big like Uno players. Like we
mhm.
get into it. That's like
Yes, come on,
you know
Uno.
exactly that's a fighting game.
Of
Um,
course.
but we were playing Uno, and she was like, "So." you singing other people's stories is cute. It's good. I think
Not
it's
you.
time. Right. Yeah, it's cute.
It's
You
cute.
do it well, but you got your own. And like when are you gonna start again living in your purpose and start sharing what God gave you? And I was like, well, she's like, well, you haven't even tried.
Mm.
When are you gonna start, sharing your own story? And that was a big turning point. And then literally about a month after that, I wrote my first song, which was "Wake Up," off my first album. And then it just kind of started going from there, and I started again, which is another thing where I like to tell people that are coming up in industry, do gigs, do shows,
Mhm.
um, because Wake Up started as one thing and then turned into another thing because I did it like 3-4 times in front of folks, and it wasn't it, and I
Mhm.
finally got to like workshop it to where it is now, and people really liked it. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I'm very long-winded, so cut me off if I'm doing too
No,
much.
no,
But
Bookie, you
But
talk.
all right, but my sister Net, she's the one that kind of like push my ass to kind of be like sing your own stuff. And then
Yeah,
again,
shout out
try
to
on
Ned.
air, try on air.
Yeah, shout out to Listen. Shout out to Ned. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that so much. Okay, so we've discovered your roots, and so let's fast forward to some of these early career moments that shaped you. And so, I heard that you were pushed, of course, into your first season of American Idol, excuse me, at 15, right?
Yeah.
Literally by your mom, I heard.
Yeah.
Mama made you
Yeah.
do it. So, what's something about that experience that would surprise people? And like, how did your approach change? Because you were on for 2 seasons between that
Yeah.
first season and the second season.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I would say I'm blessed to have been so young on that show, so young, and on the time that I got to actually be on it, almost 15 years ago. I don't know, 15 years ago. I'm 30. 15 years ago, because it was a different industry at that time, and it was a bit more you do what we say type vibe,
Mhm.
which is cool. Again, crash course on how industry was and is. Um, my approach going in the next season, I just kind of had a realization that this is a TV show. It has nothing to do with how we sing. We
Mhm.
have to be able to sing, but we also need to sell a product. You got to sell your personality. You got to sell you. Which was really good advice because that's especially now. That's
Mhm.
how it is. It's not just about what you're singing. It's a marketing thing. What can we sell? What is your brand? Who are you as a person? Because no one's just showing up to hear you sing. Most of the time, there's
Right.
some of them artists that just you know, because I could care less about what's happening in your damn life. I don't care like who you sleeping with, what your dad gonna call you. Like I don't care about that. If your
Mhm.
music's good, your music's good. That's it.
Right.
But nowadays, it's not it. You gotta kind of really sell your life. Um, sell your life. Market it in
Oh
that
no,
in that
exactly
sense.
what you said. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
commodity. Yeah. So I can
Um,
imagine too that like Idol was like a crash course in like thick skin, just like gigging was. So
yeah.
was there a lesson outside of just the brand that maybe has shaped, how you move in the industry today? So I know you said like selling a brand. So how does that show up now for you? Like you said, that was 15 years ago. So how is that
Yeah,
showing
I
up
mean,
now?
even now it's a little bit. I'm still learning how to do that because now it's different. When I was on Idol, Instagram wasn't around.
Mm,
And now selling a brand is all social media, which I'm still learning how to do. Some people just are natural with it, or some people just got a really good team that knows how to do it.
yeah.
Um, uh, and that's kind of where I'm at now. My first album, I felt a little bit better. So like even this next coming project, you can't just like write good songs. It needs to have a concept to it. It needs to be something that we could sell, whether you could put on a T-shirt or like there's a color affiliated with it, something to kind of push some type of continuity to be like, oh, that's Dre. You
Yeah.
know, same with like Prince. Think of the color purple. That's Prince.
Yeah.
There's something that always goes to that person, some physical thing that is affiliated with that person. So that's kind of what I'm doing with this next bit. Um, but yeah, the next season, when I went to the next one, it was nice because I didn't really approach it as a singing competition. It was like, cool, let me use let me use this to network and go as best I can.
Well, let's move on past that. Let's talk about your debut album. Let's talk about Black Denim.
Mhm.
So I understand that it was entirely self-written, produced, and arranged for your first project, which is amazing. So why was it, and I kind of see where we were just talking about probably what you're gonna say, but why was it important for you to have like no cosigns on that album? Was the creative control after having experienced that something where you were like, absolutely not?
Yeah, I think it was that because I was signed twice before I did that. I was signed to
Okay.
Interscope Records through Idol, which everybody was signed through Interscope Records and 19 Management. Then I got signed through Truth Records, which was a sub label through uh, Warner Brothers. Excuse me, Universal. Um, and then that didn't end up going well. That was just we wrote great songs. Um, that was like a connection through Eric Benet. The team was great, like the band. The connection was through
Mhm.
Eric Benet through like the musical. Um, but the label kind of wanted me to do more pop stuff. I'm not
Mhm.
really much of a pop singer. At that time, I was like a little skinny, young, white looking boy.
Mhm.
At that time, skinny. Um, um, so,
Stop.
so they were like,
Go ahead.
yeah, they were like, you're doing pop music, and I was 18, 18, 19. So I was like, okay, well, all right, we'll do one of these songs, and we did a song called "Her Crazy." Unfortunately, I can't get it down. I've been trying to get it to get like taken off the internet, but can't get it off. Don't look it up. Terrible ass song. Um, and that was that. And then I was over it. So I went from years of people telling me who to be and how to sing and what to do. I didn't want to do it no more.
Mhm.
I didn't want to owe
Mhm.
people money. I didn't want to pay nobody. I wanted to make my art and have it sound like me. Just one. Now I'm in a point where I would love to collaborate with folks because I have understanding of what I like.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was important to me because I needed something to represent me because there was so much things out there that didn't represent me, and I needed one full
Mm.
project that was mine. That here, this is Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't want nobody to co-sign on nothing.
And understandably so. Like, yeah, that was kind of like a scarlet mark. You like, nah, I'm not going back there. I
Mhm.
understand. I understand that. So you mentioned Wake Up was the first song that you wrote for the album.
Yes.
So listening back now, what does that song tell you about who you were as an artist at that time? And then what would the Dre of today whisper into that version of you's ear?
My thing is, honestly, I got to the point because now I'm independent again. It's that
Mm.
Dre back there whispering back to this one right now, being like, "Hey, remember what we did back here? Keep that moving." To be honest,
Okay.
if I'm being really honest, there's a way to evolve, but keep that spirit over there, keep that foundation over here, and
Yeah.
bring it into the present. Um, because with my last label and management, which I loved, and shout out to Sierra and Russell, great team. I
Mm.
really wanted to do something bigger than just me, and
Mm.
I think I kind of got lost in like trying to learn from others and didn't speak up enough for myself.
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
which is on both because again it's a label, so a label they're gonna front some money on some stuff. They have a say in things. That's just what it is. Um,
Mm.
but I think for now, I just because I love Black Denim, I love that whole album. I still stand by that album. That was another thing too
Mhm.
why I really wanted to do everything, whether nobody liked it or not. I liked it,
Yeah.
and I'll stand by it to this day. And people could hate on it, people could trash it down, and that's fine because I still believe in it and I think it's great. Versus like something that was co-written or something that was given to me because a label or somebody else said this is gonna be hot. And then
Yeah.
if someone else says it's not great and I feel like it's not great, they just don't make me feel good. So I just want to
Yeah.
believe in what I'm giving out to the world, especially if I'm gonna put my name on it. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, so it'd be that. It would be a younger self telling Dre now, just follow what you know. Your instinct, to me, your instinct is God. God got you.
Period. Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah. God got you. God knows best. And just follow that. Follow God. That's what it is.
Absolutely. He goes before you and makes those paths straight, okay?
Absolutely.
Even the crooked places,
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, in
yeah,
any moment in my life, when I acted as a vessel, when I just let go, things turned out.
just fine.
Yeah. So,
Just fine.
hmm
And I love that you learned that lesson at an early age. You kind of, kind of succinctly summarize where I was going with that part of our interview, which is like really summarizing who you are, how you came to be, and how you show up now as an artist. And it seems like you didn't want to barter your authenticity, like your true self, in exchange for what, like you said, may have been a commodity that may have been more popular, that may have been more palatable,
yeah.
and things like that. And I think that that's what sticks out about you, like truly and honestly. I think that's something that sticks out because in a world where we get this kind of bubblegum machine, it's here, there, it's done there, everybody's looking or sounding the same. It's like a difference to where your ear starts to turn. You're like, ooh, that looks, feels, sounds very different,
Mm.
right? Something I want to gravitate to. At least true music consumers like myself. I don't want to speak for everybody because I bop a time or two. You know what I'm saying, to a TikTok. And all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
if I'm going to the essence of who I am as a music lover, I look for artists like yourself, and I look for artists with the type of artist integrity that you have, to be able to show up and say, in a world that looks, feels, and sounds like this, I'm still going to stick with this.
Yeah.
So
Because
yeah,
there's a lane for everybody. I think that's a lot of things with labels and things that they're looking at what's selling over here to the
hmm
masses, but don't realize
hmm
that there's all these other lanes over here are selling too. It may not be doing
yeah,
all this, but it's selling
yeah,
and there's longevity and there's a market for it there too. Um,
yeah,
and that's that. I think that's my thing. That's my biggest thing too. Is I gotta stay here. It's not.
yeah,
It's not even like a lower thing. Honestly, it's just a I'm just over here, and then
yeah.
like y'all are trying to put me over here when I'm over here. I'm over here, and
Right,
it's good right here.
right,
And
right.
that's and it feels true for me. So, and again,
I
please
love
cut me off if I'm over speaking.
it. No, Bookie, stop. Cool. All right. So, for this part of the segment, because this series is called Behind the Vibe, of course, I want to go behind the vibe of a few of your songs to uncover the stories behind the music now that we know who you are as an artist.
Mm.
So, let's really kind of dive into another song on the Black Denim album, which I too love. Let's talk about Should Have Known Better. I want
Oh,
to talk
cool.
about the song. Yeah, so that song, Dre, has like such a warm and like acoustic vibe, but like lyrically, it's about realizing you're somebody's placeholder, right? So why did you choose to wrap that pain in something that was so like sonically gentle? Was that intentional, or did it just happen to like show up or sound that way?
No, so that's for me. It's intentional. To me, I'm a melodic person. I'm a vocalist number one. I'm very
Mhm.
melodic. You ever been to like one of my live shows? I do a lot. I'm a melodic person. So to me, if the melody doesn't match the lyric, it
Mhm.
throws me off a little bit.
Okay.
So that song is about my first experience of being a side piece. And I didn't really know I was, though. That was the thing. I didn't realize that the person I was messing with had a boyfriend.
Mm.
So it was it was weird. I wasn't mad. That's why the
Mhm.
song isn't like hard. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh, this is new, but all right, I'm just gonna release that, and that's just what that is. I'm just gonna, because
Mhm.
I was a little sad about it too. It was just like a,
Mhm.
and not in like a depressing way. It was just like, well, there goes this opportunity that I thought I had with
Yeah.
somebody, and I kind of felt like I'm being played. Um, but also, I didn't invest my life into this person, so it really wasn't that deep. So that was just
Yeah.
kind of what that, that's kind of what that was. It was just a very,
Yeah.
like I should have known better. Just like, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But there is a line in that song that sticks out to me. So the line that you say in that song that says, "So I stay, but to you I'm just a phase and a passing time through your delay."
Yeah.
So clearly you just said you wrote that pulling from a place of like clarity. So did it help you like close that chapter once you wrote that song, or did it reveal something new to about how you perceive like that heartbreak or that epiphany that you like, I'm this side dude?
yeah, it was just kind of like a closure for me. It was just like all right, well, this is what it is, because this was like us messing around for a while, and then me kind of trying to make it something. Uh, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Steady, I guess,
Mm.
and me trying to define it as something. Me asking you like, hey, let's make it a this, and then you giving me the answer of, I actually got a man. Oh,
Ooh,
cute,
ooh,
cute, 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 cute. Um,
ooh.
so it was just a like just again a realization. It was just a me of like, all right, well, I should have seen the signs, and that's what it was. Sucks
Mhm.
that I know who the guy is, but we're gonna keep that moving.
Wow. Wow. So does this person know that this song is about them?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
I don't think so.
Because I'm like, ooh, that sounds very Joni Mitchell. Like, I bet you think this
It's
song is
about you.
about
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think they do. Again, this was a long time ago. And it was just again, I wasn't super super close. We don't talk no more. Even
you.
and they're together now, but it wasn't like
Oh,
yeah.
well, she said, oh, okay, okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, happy for her, happy for him. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. No bad blood, no none of that. It was just a oh, I've never been that before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for me,
So was that more of like a diary like experience for you to like channel that energy? Because how soon after that experience did you actually write that song?
the day after, the
Really?
day after, yeah. But it started off as a song called "Just a Phase."
Okay, because I was gonna say that line is so like mic drop. I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel like we've all felt like that in some relationship or two. Like, dang, was I just a phase to you? Like, how you just do me like that?
yeah, literally a passing time through your delay. So they were still
Yeah.
kind of like in limbo. They were still dating, so they were
Okay.
delaying their relationship. So I felt like I was, granted they were still together ish, but I was
Mm-hmm.
just that backup plan.
Mm.
That passing time through your delay.
Mm-hmm.
So but it started off as a song called "Just a Phase." Had a whole different melody, had whole different lyrics. I pulled some of them. Most of the song is in "Should Known Better," but it came out to be what it is.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah,
Okay.
"Just a Phase" was about her. Was a bit more angry.
Okay.
And then when I settled with it, it was like, no, it's just what that is. I should have known. It was me taking ownership of the situation. I should have known better.
That's
So I
so
switched it.
demure and cutesy of you. That is so demure. Very demure. I love that because I just feel like, yeah, sometimes you need to know because I find myself dissecting lyrics of songs and being like, that came from a real place and you can feel it. You can feel it, even if it's not in the semantics of the lyric, but like you said, even in the melodies, you like, man, they felt that.
Thank you.
They
I
really
also appreciate you like giving. I love when people ask me about my songs. I mean, I write them, so when
do.
people like take lyrics out, I always like to speak on it. I try to do a little bit of it at my show, but I don't want to bore people because I'll get to talking. So thank
No,
you.
I love that about your show. You be spilling tea, boo. I be like, Dre. But I love it though. I love it because it really, like you said, it goes back to like pulling in the audience.
Mm,
Like, yeah, it really, really does. All right. So, of course, let's talk about the song. Let's talk about
mm,
feelings. Okay. So, let's start at the beginning. So, Feelings dropped in June 2023,
yeah.
and it instantly felt like a classic R&B hit. But what sparked this song? Okay. So, was it a personal moment, the melody, or was it something else entirely? When you first created the song. And I'm talking about the original, not the live version.
Um, the original was a personal moment. So at that time, I was dating,
Okay.
um, and now we're married. But I was dating and trying to figure it out, like figure out kind of what this is. It was a very new experience for me, very new feeling. But it wasn't, again, it wasn't definitive. Back to that, it
Right.
wasn't like we're together. Um, so it was just kind of speaking on that. It was just being like, hey, I love what this is. What are you going to call it? You got me feeling all these feelings. Is it too soon to call it love? Because it's only been a few months. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, that's kind of that's what started that. That one I wrote with this amazing writer Marcus and Sierra. So that whole post hook that you just got me saying, baby, don't be playing. That one, that Sierra wrote that.
Woo. Okay, now that I think about it, that does sound like
It's a very
CC.
Sierra melody because I
That's a
wouldn't write
very
that. That's not me.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I can't take credit for that one. I know you're feeling what? All of these feelings. Let me know if you're ready. You just got to tell me now. Say, you just gotta say it, baby. Don't be playing what? I'm being patient, but don't keep me waiting. Hey. Say what? You just gotta say it, baby. Don't be playing what? Yeah, I'm being patient, but don't keep me waiting. And it hits, but that's not something my ear would go to. I'm more melodic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's a nice little catchy moment. So shout out to C for that.
Okay. Okay. So what came first though, the lyrics or the melody?
Melody,
Melody. Okay. So it seems like you always start with the melody.
always, always. If the melody, it gotta feel right first. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
be able to sing it without lyrics, and you know what this song is gonna be about, roughly.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you instrumental with your melodies? Like, do you play instruments, or do you feel like again it's more of like a divine download? You're hearing it in your spirit and in your head, so you like maybe humming it and singing it to yourself.
Both, both. A
Okay.
lot of the times, I hear the backing vocals first. Hear
Okay.
like as I'm going through it, I hear the backing vocals while I'm doing the melody. So I'm like, cool,
Mm,
this and this, and then I hear those ups or like the little harmonies and stuff. That's where my
okay.
ear kind of goes. I do play instruments. Black Denim I wrote all on my guitar. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, I would say mostly just what I hear first because even with me playing it on guitar, I hear the melody and then I'll go and try to figure out what the shape or what the chord is to match what I'm hearing.
oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, now it's obvious you had already dropped the studio version and you also did an official video.
Mm-hmm.
So why release a live version of Feelings like 2 months later? Like, what made you say like, nah, this song needs to be heard raw?
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the tea. My
Give me the TV
my label didn't think it was the best idea.
to do a live
To do
version.
a live version, and for
Okay.
me, I wanted to do a live version. To me, I was like, cool. A music video was cool. I've only ever done one before, but I'm a live singer. I gig. The people that
Mm-hmm.
come to my shows, that's what they kind of know me for. That's my
Mm-hmm.
shtick. That's my path. Let's do a live video. It's more cost effective, and I think it's going to be more of an impact. And they weren't saying like no. They're just saying I think a
Mm-hmm.
music video would be better. So they did a
Mm-hmm.
music video, and that was cool. But something in me was like, again, God was telling me, do what you do.
Hallelujah.
So I came out of pocket and paid for these live videos.
You pay for it
He
yourself.
came out of pocket and paid for these live videos. So we recorded Feelings and Million Shades in the same day. I gave the music to the guys. We did rehearsal 10 minutes before we recorded. I met up with the girls the night before, and I was like, "Hey, this is the arrangement that I originally had that didn't make the actual track. That ending bit, that so patient, didn't make the track because they said it was too much. They said we want to do it in mine because it's mine. Um, yeah, and then they learned that the night before, the day of, and we just kind of did it. Again, shout out to everybody in that video. Just talented folks, and we got a lot of that here in New York. And close friends, good friends too. Um, yeah, did all that the day of and the night before.
My jaw is on the floor because why they keep trying to edit you like because it seems like your choices are always the right ones because the three-part harmony is that part. It's that part. So wait a minute because I had a question about that because how did that arrangement come about? So you said it was supposed to be in the original and they heard it was like y'all doing too
It's
much.
just they were again. They were like it's a bit. It kind of drags out too much. It doesn't fit. To be fair, sometimes it doesn't read as well on the track
Mm-hmm.
than it does live. Fine,
Mm-hmm.
cool. And also, I can't be like it's all them as me as an adult. could have pushed it a bit more. But also, I was just like, well, okay, you're paying for some of it, for most of it, all of it. You have a say.
Yeah.
You have a say. So that's
Yeah.
just what that is. Keep it moving because I
Mm.
really wanted to be a team player with this. And this ain't the dog, Sierra. Them. I was really trying to take everything I could, like as far as knowledge and experience from Sierra and Russell, because obviously they've
Sure.
been in the game for a long time. And they have a lot to offer, and
Mhm.
they really helped me a lot while I was with them. Um,
Okay.
um, but yeah, that's just I just like cool. Let's do this live version and do it the way I would do it. Let's do the song how Dre would do it.
So did you tell them that you were going to do the live version?
No,
Did you tell CMS?
uh,
No, you just did it.
uh,
I love that. I love the rebel in that. Okay, it clearly it paid off because when that live version went viral, like what was your real time reaction? Like were you like refreshing the comments or did somebody have to call you be like, Dre, you are trending right
no.
now?
Some folks have to call. I try not to read comments whether they're good or bad. I feel
Mm,
like other RuPaul said it. Other people's opinion of me is their business.
period.
And I love that. Ain't none of my business what you think about me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so good or bad. So it was just nice to see a reaction and a response. At least the numbers go up. Um, and again, it's just a bit more validating to see that people were responding to my approach to the song versus like the
The studio version.
then the studio version. And basically what we were trying to do to please the masses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
because that was that approach. On and same with I was co-signing on that too. Cool. Let's do something that would everybody would like. That would be like good for radio or whatever. And that's what the studio version was. And I was just
Yeah.
like, which is cool. I did it like that. I did a show in London and I sang Feelings before it came out, um, like the studio. And it only
Mm-hmm.
took one time doing it, and I was like, yeah, I don't like this song. I don't like it. I don't like to sing it like how the studio is being played. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
feel good. It's not. There's no groove. It's a bit.
Yeah.
Eh. The studio version's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but doing it
Mm-hmm.
live, it doesn't read well. It's a bit lifeless.
Yeah.
So I needed to
Yeah.
make it a bit more me, which came
Mm-hmm.
to the live version.
Yeah. So were the girls always a part of the three-part harmonies on the studio version that you originally introduced, or were you doing all the three-part harmonies
I
on
did
the
it.
original?
I did it on the
Okay.
studio. I did.
Okay.
They're my arrangements, but I did all the studio stuff on that. But a lot of it, even in the verses and the pre-hooks and the post-hook too, none of that's there on the studio version. Because we felt it was too much. So in the live version, I put all my vocal arrangements in for the girls.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that you fought for that because like that live video, I'm telling you, Dre, I'm one of the ones that bullied you to release that live version because I was like, YouTube is sick of me.
Ah.
Okay, YouTube is sick of me. All right, because the way that thing was on repeat, I was like, release it now, release it now, release it now, release it now, release it now. It was just it gave such a great to me introduction of like you said who you authentically are as an artist, and now to have seen you perform this song live and to also feel the audience's energy shift in the room when you sing that song, like how does that feel when you're on stage? Because that listen, that's their part, okay?
Yeah.
That's everybody, that's their part.
No, it's good. I feel again it's validating in the sense of I'm doing what I need to be doing.
Mhm.
I'm kind of walking my path. So I love it. I love that people again respond to the part that I wrote, that I
Mhm.
wanted to do, that was mine. Um,
Yeah.
Again, it's just nice. It's just it's validating. It just makes me realize I'm doing what I need to be doing.
Yeah, Yeah. And I know I find myself singing that across the house. I cook to that song. Like you are programmed into my playlist. So if I tell Alexa to play something like you, that song automatically plays. So, you ain't gotta pay me a number, but like a good portion of the strength came from me. But I really enjoy when you came to Chicago and you did your first Chicago show, Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Was able to be one of the first to kind of experience that song, and it was on Valentine's Day too. And I just remember the table of ladies next to me were going absolutely feral. When you hit that, oh my God, they were going feral. So like that whole video and reel, that's why I had to cut the reel the way I did it, because like that iPhone was picking up all the audience's reactions. And I try not to sing because that's my part too, of course.
Yeah.
But like I was trying not to sing, but baby, you could not. They were out of their seats. You had them dancing. Like it was incredible. How did that show feel?
Oh, it was great. Honestly, that first show, I didn't realize it was a show. I thought it was a gig. I thought it was a gig. I thought we were just doing like, because it wasn't supposed to be super long. I was only
Mm.
contracted to do max 40 minutes. Ended up doing like an hour 15, just
Ooh, yeah.
because the group was, the people were great. The
Mhm.
audience was super great, so I extended it because I wanted to give you guys a show. I didn't realize it was a show. I got there thinking it's gonna be a small little gig. And then I got to the promontory. I was like, oh, this is a hall. This is like
It's a whole.
there's folks here. This is like I'm thinking. I
Oh,
thought it
you
was gonna be
sold it
like
out.
maybe 40 people max. I was like, oh, it's a gang load of people. Okay, cool, cool,
You
cool.
sold it out.
Yeah,
Sold it out.
yeah, which was nice. Chicago always, because I got to do it last year again too for Valentine's Day, or this past year. Excuse me, this past year, few months
Yeah.
ago,
Mhm.
sold it out again. Chicago always shows up and shows out, so I'm appreciative of Chicago. So next time I come, I will bring my girls with me, so you can get the full experience.
Please, please.
Yeah,
Listen, squeeze in a fourth. I've been practicing. Okay, I've been practicing. I feel like I could get up there and hold a part down.
yeah, yeah. Please.
Yeah, he's laughing at me. I already know.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no,
yeah.
no. We'll give you the mic, and if it ain't on, we'll just mute it.
I understand. It's all right. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say my mic is a little low. I won't be offended. I won't be offended. I'll just groove in the
Right.
background. I'll just
Little
yeah.
praise
Okay.
dance.
All the things. Listen, I can do a liturgical dance.
There you
Okay,
go.
listen. Don't play with me. I'll be like so patient, waiting for you. Like yes.
I love it.
Grab the air and everything. I'm gonna
Right.
sell it in the background.
So patient, I'm just waiting for you. So patient, I'm just waiting for you.
Okay, well, for those who don't know you, which would be hard to find somebody at this point who doesn't, but by chance, for those who don't know you, if you had to maybe describe your artist identity to someone who wasn't familiar, in three key elements, okay? Sound, visuals, and energy, what would those be?
Sound
Mm-hmm.
will be live.
Mm,
That's the first one because my mic will always be on,
period.
whether I have a voice or not. My mic will always be on, and I will always give you a vocal, no matter what.
Mm,
Whether I'm vocally there 100% or not, I'm
mm.
coming to you live. Visually, in one word, I would say, I would say, I would say, visually is hard. Visually, I would probably say, what's the word I'm
Or
looking
you
for?
can liken it to somebody if that'll help. You like liken
No, no, no,
it
no,
to
no.
something.
I would, familiar,
Okay. Ooh, I like
familiar,
that.
because that's my approach. I want you to feel like you in the backyard. I want you to feel like you're bumping your shit in your car.
Mm.
We're all at home. I'm
Yeah.
just, you coming over my house. It's not a thing. You could scream, you could sing, you could do what you want to do when I'm on stage. I don't want you to feel like you have to show out or act a certain way. We're at home. We're safe. We're safe here. That's my biggest goal when I'm on stage. You're safe. You could cry, you could scream, you could sing, whatever. So familiar, I would say. And then energy. Give me 2 seconds. I've never got asked this. These are great questions.
Thank you, boo.
Yeah, these are great. Energy. I mean, for me, it's love. I love what I do, and I'm grateful for people that come. Whether you know me or not, I'm grateful for you guys coming, and I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna give you who I am. I'm gonna talk my shit, whether it's taboo or not. But I'm gonna sing. If you feel the need to say something, I'm gonna talk to you back. Like I don't care. Like I'm good with that. Heckle. Speak to me, and we're gonna have a conversation on stage. It's all love. It's again, we're at home. We're at home. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I would give that.
Experienced it firsthand. I would say all of those words rang true for sure. That was great. I think you answered that perfectly. Yeah. So as we look to the future, what can we expect from Dre Scott? We gonna get an EP or an album here soon? We getting another one?
We're gonna get an EP at the end of the year, and then we're gonna get a full album next year.
Yay!
EP's been did and done. So I'm just legally, I finally got the rights to everything.
Okay.
So now I can release them all, and let these songs just kind of release those songs, and more than just release them as the song, but even just for me, I'm done with them. We wrote them years ago. I had my share with these songs already. I'm ready for y'all to have them. Do what you need to do with them. I've already started writing the next album and plan on recording that at the end of the year and releasing the full thing by the top of the next year.
Okay. I love that. I'm so excited. I am so excited. So tell the fam and the viewers that may just be discovering you again for the first time how they can continue to connect with you so they can get some of these experiences from you.
Yeah, you could follow me on all platforms, social platforms that I am Dre Scot, Scott with 1 T.
All right, so thank you, Slow Jams fam, for tuning in. This is a wrap on Behind the Vibe with Dre Scott. Thank you for sharing your story and your music behind it. And Slow Jams fam, to keep up with Dre's journey, you don't want to miss what's next. And to everyone that's tuning in, I want to thank you for vibing with us today. Show love in the comments, tell us your favorite moment, and smash that follow button so you never miss a session. Until next time, keep your playlist smooth, your soul fed, and your volume up. This is Tati signing off. In love. Ew, see how you feeling me, Bookie? See? Don't hype me. Don't hype me.
Slow the tempo. True.